Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me on What's Your Story Radio. I have to tell you that I don't know about you, but if you live in the United States, we had Thanksgiving yesterday. And Thanksgiving is a big deal here in the US. We all come together and we have food and we get together with our family and friends, and everyone's invited. It's just a time of joy and love and eating and just being together. So yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I have to tell you, we went to my daughter's and I ate so much food, and it was just all so great. And it was so nice to be with everyone and our family and my daughter's husband's family. We just had a really, really great time. So I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and are looking forward to the holidays coming up soon. I want you all to know that this is my last interview for the year, I believe, because December I am taking off and sort of regrouping and getting What's Your Story into kind of a whole new realm. So you'll see that. You'll see what happens. Stay tuned for all of that. Again, I want to thank you for all your support that you've given me over the past year. It's been incredibly lovely and wonderful for me and heartfelt. Thanks for all of your emails, for connecting with me in every way that you have, by telling me how great you loved my guest, or just that what's happened to you because you were so inspired. That does my heart good, I have to tell you. So thank you, and I look forward to the new year and seeing you all again, and with new guests and maybe interviewing guests that have been on previously, because things change over time and our story changes as well. Today, I'm so excited to have on three people in a family, Karen and Till Klammer, and they have a son named Aiden. And Aiden, well, let me just read their bio. And the interview is going to be completely amazing, because this interview is going to show you how one person is out there making a difference. He's not waiting around for other people to say, oh, we better do something, or we got to do something. He is taking the initiative. He got his family involved, and now other people are involved too, as you should be, because we all should care about our oceans. We should care that when we walk out to it, it's clean. We should care that we can see the sunrise and sunset on the ocean without garbage or plastic or anything. And that every living thing that is in that ocean is striving and thriving. So this family is committed to taking action about plastic pollution in our oceans. Till, who is originally from Germany, and Karen, originally from Australia, have been living in Switzerland for many years, and it's where their son Aiden was born. The family have always had a connection to water. Till grew up on the Swiss lakes, sailing in junior and senior championships, and having the love of all water sports. Karen grew up on the coast of Western Australia, enjoying surfing and fishing. They met while working at an adventure company in Switzerland, both guiding whitewater rafting trips, sailing and kayaking tours. They share a love for sports and all things connected to water. Aiden was born into this aquatic family and started swimming lessons at the age of 3 months. He has always loved being in water and started to snorkel with 3 years old, scuba diving at 8 years old, and loves sailing, surfing, and everything to do with the ocean. Aiden has had the opportunity to snorkel at some stunning reefs and has swam with sea lions, dolphins, manta rays, and sharks in the wild. Wow! Could we all be so lucky? He finds the ocean fascinating, and it has developed into his passion. Out of this love, Aiden decided to base his personal school project in grade 5 on the oceans, endangered marine animals, and the problems faced by the ocean. So today we have the opportunity to have him and his family all together to share in this project and where this project has taken them. So I would like you to meet Karen and Till and Aiden. So great to see you all. Wow. I'm just so happy to have you on, and I'm so happy that you decided to take a stand, Aiden, and do something very positive for our oceans. So what is Clean Ocean App? What is that? Let's start there.
It started all as a school project and went on. And the Clean Ocean app is an app which we have developed, which shows you places which are polluted. And after that, you can register the places, you can search for the places, you can see when people clean them up, and you can invite your friends to make a cleanup so that our beaches become clean again and the sea becomes clean again.
It is so wonderful that it got to that point of having an app where people can actually keep track of how they're cleaning up and where they're cleaning up, and then being able to share that with everyone, right, Aiden?
Yeah, and it's not only for oceans, it's for lakes, it's for rivers, it's for mountains, it's for everywhere.
It can actually be applied to any place where litter is found. So we have found out, of course, and it's very big in the media at the moment, the problem of pollution, plastic pollution, and that much of this pollution comes from inland sources as well. So there are many large rivers which are bringing the pollution to the ocean. There's nothing filtering these rivers or filtering our litter that we leave laying around. It's blown by the wind. It travels with rainwaters, with creeks and rivers to the ocean. So although we're called Clean Ocean, we are interested in stopping plastic from getting into the environment and eventually making its way to the oceans.
Well, it's true. I didn't think about that you brought this up, is that when you litter in mountains on the earth, that it does eventually make its way to the ocean. And that is something I did not think about until you said it. But it doesn't go away unless it's picked up.
The general problem is that a lot of the things we are not able to pick up anymore. The big bits we see, we can pick them up. But all the small things, we will have already troubles to identify and to find them. For the moment, we still have the chance to pick up the big bits and whatever we find around. How we gonna deal with the small bits, that's out of our question. We don't have an idea about that. I mean, it starts at, for example, your clothes. If you wash them, they get thinner, and these microfibers get into the ocean too. So for the moment, we would like to encourage people to clean up the things we see and the big bits, but we should all be very careful about what will go into our food chain. It's coming from everywhere, and it ends up in the mountains, and it ends up in the sea, and it will be extremely hard to clean up.
And it's already too late.
For some things it is. There's a lot of microfibers, microplastics. Of course, plastic takes a long time to break down, and as such, it doesn't really break down. It disintegrates into smaller and smaller pieces until they're very small. Nearly impossible to filter out. There are people and scientists, thank you, working on it. And we hope that in the future we find better solutions to reduce these fibers, I can't imagine it, but to filter the ocean.
It's a huge project. I mean, our air somehow can recycle itself. It can make itself healthy again. The the air has found ways or has ways where CO2 can get changed again and something can change. The problem with the ocean is really it doesn't have these ways. Whatever we're going to put in there, it's going to stay in there for a very, very long time, and it's going to end up in our food chain. And at one stage, we might eat it, and it will not be a healthy thing. It doesn't look good, and it's not going to be good for our stomach.
It's not healthy for the ocean, for the animals living in the ocean, and eventually there's billions of people who live from the health of the ocean, in not only as a food source, but as for tourism. But of course, I mean, food is a major issue. These plastics go into the fish, into other marine animals. It moves up the food chain to us. So,
well, it's so difficult when across the news you see a turtle that has a plastic around its neck.
right.
And you look at that and you think, oh my gosh, does our conscience not tell us that, you don't throw plastic away. You don't get rid of it like that. You don't just throw it anywhere you see it. I mean, I saw it a lot in some other countries I've been in, where it just gets thrown on the side of the road and you're thinking, why is this happening? Did the education of this not get through to people, or is it just so easy to buy a plastic bottle of water and then toss it?
I think for us, it's easy.
Yes.
We cannot judge about people who live somewhere where they have to fight their life and where they really have to make sure that their children get enough food. I think I would not like to judge these people. I mean, they live on a different level. But for us in the Western world, and we should be able to do something against it, and we should start. Every little thing counts. Whoever does something and does something about it, we will be rewarded for that in the future by our next generation, not calling us the plastic generation.
Maybe it's part of our job to help countries who haven't the right resources, the right opportunities, or government structures available to them to have their rubbish collected up in a sensible and ecological way and recycled.
I think the only way forward is to find products who replace plastic and to tax or make plastic so expensive that these products will be available for everybody and that everybody buys this product, and the more of these products get made, the cheaper they get. So we should just work on that side to replace the plastic. And by us, the Western world, it's important that we give the money to the research that these people are able to make the products, and these products then being distributed all over the world. That will make the change. We cannot tell other countries or other places to change. We have to give them the key how to do it.
Yeah.
So Aiden, as an 11-year-old kid, why did you decide to make this a project about the ocean and how to save it? Because you could have picked anything, right? But you picked the ocean and taking care of the earth. What made you decide that? Was there something that happened, or was it just because you've been brought up in a family that really cares about earth and all of that? So if you could tell us a little bit about what got you to this point, I would love to hear that.
Well, the main reason is because of the animals. I really like animals, and my most favorite are in the ocean. And I've been with so many of them that I just feel really sorry for them, what is happening right now, full of the plastic.
Suffering.
Yeah.
Some of them have awful death.
Yeah, I
from our
know.
point.
Because you and your generation and generations after you hopefully will have the opportunity to change this, because like your parents said, in some places it's like it's too late. And it makes me sad to think of that because I don't know in my generation if I will get to see the changes that you're trying to make right now. So I I challenge the people listening, the people your age, to really look at what you're doing and connect with you. Because you are not only taking a stand, but you are doing something, Aiden. You're doing something. And that is a big deal.
Yeah.
It is a big deal. Also, I think we have the opportunity to do so. So we are able to give the opportunity to do so. So we are doing so, but we cannot expect that again from everybody. If everybody supports us a little bit, who has a little bit of time to support us, share us, and help us in the little task, that would be great. But we cannot expect that again from people who don't have too much time, who have to work a lot and things like this. Not that we work little, but we have the freedom at the time to do so. So I think, whoever has a little bit to give and a little time to do something should take the initiative. But it also starts in the shop when you buy something. It doesn't need to be necessarily in a plastic bag. You can have it wrapped up different, or sometimes just think about the wrap up, think about where you put it. It's fairly easy actually to make a little step, and it's fairly easy to do a cleanup event too. It will be. You can start it by yourself, or you can start it by yourself if you see rubbish. Call your friends if it's a big stretch of rubbish, and you invite them to help.
So we talked about why the app is very important because it does a lot of things to help people maybe be accountable for trying to make a difference. They say, I want to do something, they get the app, and it kind of helps them to do that. So how can people make a contribution to that? Is it still in the development stages, or is it ready to launch?
We have been working on it since over 1 year.
Okay.
And we had the first app which was working. The problem with it when we tested it was not working offline. So now we have been working very, very hard on making a version which is working offline, where afterwards you can upload all the information you gathered about the pollution, about your cleanup and everything, because a lot of the places you actually go to clean might be out of the range of any mobile phone or mobile connection Wi-Fi. And also, if you are somewhere in another country, it might be very expensive to use your Wi-Fi. So you can upload these things afterwards. And I have been yesterday to the developers, which are professional developers, and I saw software engineers, and I have seen the app, and it's a great product, which hopefully will get a lot of people together to do something which is actually not unpleasant. It's a great.
We actually really
We enjoy it.
Yeah. We do it a lot whenever we're near the ocean.
Yeah.
It actually started. Aiden goes to a great school, and in grade 5 they had a project where they choose, as he said before, he chose the oceans to study for themselves for 6 weeks. And after some time, we decided he's looked enough at the internet for a young guy, and we want to see that he also learns something in the field. So we asked Aiden, and he said he would be interested to go and help rescue some of these animals that he really loves.
Tell us about that, Aiden.
So we went for 1 week to Sardinia, near Italy, and we went to a turtle rescue center where I helped them feed the fish, feed the turtles. There was one turtle which they found a big fishing hook in its neck.
Yeah, so she had an operation to have that removed with a lot of plastic fishing line attached to it. So she was being nursed back to health.
Yeah.
And you got the opportunity to help with this, right, Aiden?
Yeah. I fed her, and even chopped the fish pieces for her.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
It was really rewarding.
Yeah.
And in the end of the week, we were able to be there for when she was set free. So Aiden had the idea that we should maybe clean the beach.
Yeah. Before she goes, just in case there's no plastic for her to eat again.
Yeah, we didn't want her to end up in the same situation, so we went on down, we started cleaning the beach, and some locals got up off their towels, they clapped, they said, hey, this is great, bravo. They wanted to join in, and we thought, maybe there's actually a lot of people out there who want to join in.
Yeah.
They just don't know what's going on, they don't really know how to start, where to start. And this was sort of the moment where we started thinking about what can we do.
Yeah, it all came together afterwards when we were on the way home. We were talking about it, and Aiden was playing on his phone, and yeah,
As
it's normal.
teenagers
It's
do.
boring, like teenagers.
All teenagers playing on their phone, Aiden.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, especially when you drive for a long distance in the car, and
Yeah.
you ask him, what can we do?
How
He
are
said
we gonna do this,
we need more people to help. By ourselves we can do a little bit, but we need more people to help. And how can we get these people? And so he was playing on some sort of an app. So he said, I want an app. And that's how it all got together. So playing on your telephone in the car is not only bad. Don't believe your parents.
And so what was the most important thing about the app that you found?
Well, I wanted to connect people who are really motivated to do it and just don't know what to do. I was trying to find all these rubbish cleanup groups, and there were so many, so many that I couldn't, in so many different places, like Geneva, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of groups, and the problem is really you never know when they're cleaning up. You would have to join them all. So you would have to join, I don't know how many Facebook groups, and then once you travel somewhere, you would have to see if there is something. There's nothing.
Or even
really,
in your local area. Sometimes
yes.
The internet is so full of information, but a lot of it can be outdated. And so Aiden was like, we need to know right now, on an app, what's happening right now.
Live now.
Right now.
Yeah. So then you can say, hey, look, we have some time, and this is happening just down the road a little bit. Let's go join in. And it opens a door for people, an easy access where they can say, yes, I can go just down the street. Or look, next Saturday, this is happening. It's our beach. Let's turn up. We weren't planning. We didn't know about it. But then they can find out. And we thought groups out there, people who are already doing this, because we know there's a lot of people out there who are already plastic pickers. There's cleanup groups. There's beach cleanups. There's river people who are concerned about their local environments. And if they had a platform that's up to date and it's accessible wherever you are, you can say, hey, I've got a couple of hours, let's see what's going on, or what are we going to do this weekend? Check it out and get out there. And, it's a way that we thought to get people involved.
And it's actually a great sport. it goes. I would reckon it's the next thing after aerobics. You know, it will be the next hype.
Or yoga. It's
or
the
yoga.
downward facing dog.
Yeah.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
So I think it's absolutely the next sportive hype we're gonna have.
Well, and
It's
what a
nice.
great idea, Aiden, to have an app, because as you know, and we all know, there are so many people attached to their phones, especially young people, right? And so you get to use your phone. You get to engage with others about what you're doing. I mean, it sounds like such a fun app anyway, and it's got your mind to get it there because you know what other people your age would like to see and do and how to do it. So, I mean, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
They're lucky to have you, Aiden.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a great combination of the two old people and the young person.
Yeah.
It was, really working out well there.
Yeah.
But it also came all a little bit together by coincidence, because right in this moment, a friend of ours who has a software developing company called us up, and he had two software engineers who were searching for a project.
Mhm.
So it all really had.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be that way, and it really happened all in that moment when we were driving there along. It all happened right then, and it just
Don't
came
you
together very logical.
And don't you find when you have an idea, Aiden, and you start pursuing that idea, you start taking the steps to do it, that if it's the right idea, without hesitation, things just fall into place, like the engineer, like going and helping the animals. I mean, it just seems.
And my favorite quote is from this really famous science biologist, Robert Swan. And he said, the biggest threat to our world is that thinking that someone else will do it. And I'm not thinking that. I think I'm going to do it, and no matter what is going to happen.
Yeah, so we're just going to give it a go. We're going to try, and we're going to try to get as many people in on it.
Yeah.
We've got some other people interested. A lot of people are giving us the thumbs up.
Yeah, but also to say it's not an easy project for a family.
Yeah.
I mean, it became
We're trying.
extremely big. It became a very, very time-consuming thing for us.
Yeah.
It really goes to a stage where it becomes exhausting. If we would find a big organization who would support that app, or we could reach over the project of this app, or work together with them on this, I really think it's a great idea. It's really gonna make a difference if it's distributed out there. It's gonna get people out there. But if we could find somebody out there or some organization who is ready to take a little bit of this load. I mean, this week I've not been to work much because I was working permanently on it, and it's just a little bit too much for a one family show. It gets a little bit to the point where I have to say, yes, great guys, but tonight there will be no sausage, there will be just veggies.
Well,
So,
I'm going to personally invite everyone that's listening right now that if you know someone or you know of an organization that this app would make a difference to, or could engage or collaborate with the Klammer family, that would be so amazing and awesome to me. I mean, I would be thrilled to have that happen. So if you're listening, if you have just a glimpse of this video somewhere along the way on YouTube and you hear it, let's just try to make something happen. That's how we work together. That's how we create change and make a difference. So you three have put it out there into the universe. So let's just see what can happen from there. You know, I would just challenge people and engage people to really have a look at it and go to the Facebook page, is it Ocean Clean or Clean Ocean?
Clean Ocean app.
Clean
on
Ocean.
Facebook.
Because that is the app page that shows about the app, and you're posting a lot on there as
Yes,
well about,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to launch in December, right? Again?
Yes.
Hoping it's going to be ready for launching into the App Store in December. Aiden's busy raising awareness. He's been doing some talks at his school and
Cooking some breakfast for some other people.
yeah,
and
working
I
in
saw
some.
that.
making some hot wine and selling it.
I
Mhm.
saw you were making a breakfast for people to come and listen and then donate.
I even went to a flea market,
Yeah.
sells out badges and
Right.
super bee bags.
Good.
Yeah.
Got a few good companies behind us who are
Yeah.
donating things to help.
Well, listen,
Yeah, but
I
it's
would
a
like
great-
I would like you to know, Aiden, that if there is a time in the coming year that you would like to come on and just talk for, I don't know, whatever's comfortable for you, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, I don't care. I would invite you to contact me and talk about this and just, I'm not going to really say a word. I'm just going to let you come on and talk about this app and what you're doing and how people can engage and make a difference. Because I can tell you this, Aiden, once someone hears your story and how you started swimming at 3 months old and how you engaged with animals by scuba diving and surf, I mean, all the things that you do, that is when people will look at your story and say, what can I do? I mean, if this guy can do something, maybe I can too. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about coming on in the coming year and talking about it. And I'm leaving it up to you. You get a hold of me and you let me know when you're ready. Because when you're ready, I am going to give you that platform. Seriously. Because I believe in what you're doing, and I believe that your story can engage others. Because we can sit around all day and we can talk about the ocean and the problems that the ocean has with the litter and all of that. And that is a part of it. That is a huge part of it. But the biggest piece is why you, Aiden, decided to do it and your story. And it's important for others to hear it because we've all had an idea somewhere along the way and we haven't acted on it, or we thought it wasn't possible. And because of what you're doing, you give people the opportunity to give back by getting the app, by engaging other people to use the app, to support. So I just want to say that. I just feel moved to say it. So I will look forward to seeing you in January, February, March, whenever you're available, Aiden. I look forward to that.
Thanks, Kathy. That's
Thank
great.
you.
And that's going to be our next big.
Yeah, whenever. You just tell me when. And I can tell you that Gideon is watching now. He's watching the live broadcast, and he is putting your Facebook app on. Uh-oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come back. Come back. Let's see. Come back. Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost you, but
There you are. I
Back
was going
now.
to the plug and everything, thinking, where are they? Where are they?
back. So I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either, but you're back. That's all that matters. I was telling
Did you just hear
people.
what Aiden said?
No, I was telling people that Gideon is on. He's posting www.facebook.com/clean ocean app. That's where you go. That's where you can keep updated on the ocean. I love the way you post different articles about what's happening and about the app. So I'm telling you, go there, go there, go there. I have another Kendall Coleman. She is someone I know and said, oh my gosh, this is a great broadcast, sounding good too. She is a consultant in Denver, Colorado. So Oscar Valencia is watching right now. So again, just this hour together that we're having engages people, and I'm just really want people to know what you're doing, Aiden. It just does my heart good. It does my heart good. So, what else other than you three are involved in Clean Ocean? What else are you doing? Because I can't imagine that this is the only thing. You have a very good sense of what needs to happen in the world and how we as people can make a difference. Even if it's a lot for you to do, you haven't been to work because you've been really...
Yeah.
Well, I have a fact for all the people that is watching, especially the American people.
Yes.
It's
okay to say it.
Is that every American per day uses...
No, in America.
In America, uses 5 million straws per day.
I think it's actually 500 million.
500 million.
So we are trying at Aiden's school to stop plastic straws.
And plastic forks, because we have metal forks and knives.
Yeah. So we don't actually need straws and things like that. So
we have our lips. We don't have tiny holes.
And next time I get married, I don't need balloons.
No. No more balloons.
But I'm not going to get married again. Done.
That's a good thing, Till. I'm so happy to hear that. I think you three couldn't do without each other on this whole project. You need each other. And then some, right? But that's an important thing right there. I mean, just if we just break it down, Aiden, to this one little thing, if people just wouldn't use straws. I mean, that's just one thing. Don't use a straw.
The major things you find on beaches are lids of pet bottles. The funny things you stick in your ear, you clean them. The ear, what do you call it?
Cotton bud? I don't know.
The cotton bud, the little plastic stick in between?
Yes.
Because people flush them and they come out to the ocean.
They are too small, so they fall through the grid. And it's amazing things. You find there little things we use daily without actually thinking about it, what they do to the environment.
I even found toys once.
Yeah, a lot of toys, a lot of household things.
Yeah, a lot of toys.
Yeah.
So it's really just thinking about Aiden, just like you said, the straw. That's an easy thing for people to just think, okay, you know what? I'm deciding I'm not going to use straws now. I'm not going to use straws. You can find metal straws. I've seen them in the United States. We have options. We have other options. But it's a matter of people deciding that the old option is not working for our environment anymore. The new options are working, right?
Yeah, either to buy a product which is environmental friendly alternative,
biodegradable, right?
Don't use it. Yeah. Don't use it. I mean, it's right what Aiden says. We have lips to drinks. We don't need a straw.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's very simple.
Yeah, it's really simple. And so, what other things are you involved in? We got off the subject a little bit because I went off on the straw situation. Sorry about that. But it's just one little thing that we can do, not use a straw. It's so simple, right? So what else are you guys doing?
We environmentally,
or do you mean what we do?
General.
What else other than the three of you are involved in Clean Ocean? So you can tell me whatever you'd like.
So at the moment, the three of us are the core team, and also a young guy called Gideon Nielsen, who you mentioned
Yes.
just before.
Yes.
He has joined our team and is a main force behind the social networking and has helped us a lot. We also have a designer who designed the great logo.
I do. I love the logo. I love it.
Yeah, and he's working on postcards for us so we can spread the words, give us something to hand out to people to inform them about what we're doing. His name's Gary Garrison, so we're really grateful to him to have him on our team. Also, just a personal friend of ours. Everyone's a volunteer.
Yes, no, for the
They're
moment.
doing their
Yep.
part to help because they believe, because they want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
They think it's a great idea, and they're just great people who want to see this work, and they want to see also the world benefit. I mean, it sounds like a huge thing to say, but everyone, you need to start. Like Aiden said, we can just sit around and wait for someone else to do it, or we can just start doing it, and we can start asking our friends, because they're the people who are nearest and dearest to us if they want to help, and some are. The software company as well, of course, is huge. What they've contributed to the project has all been, up until now, voluntary.
Funded by
them. That is why we've started now our crowdfunding, because we can no longer expect a company to continue and work for free, which is what everyone is doing. And maybe we bit off something larger than we thought it was going to be. We thought, yeah, okay, we're gonna start this, and Aiden made a website and we started it up, and you can go to cleanoceans.eu and see the website, and there you find out more information about the whole project and how it started. There's some little videos, and also our crowdfunding campaign, because we really want to acknowledge the company that's worked a lot for us, for Aiden, for Clean Oceans, to get the app to where it is now. And it's nearly ready, and it's looking great, thanks to the designer Gary and the software company.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
if I were to say to you, okay, I've heard everything you say today, and one thing I hear loud and clear is that we need help. I mean, you need help to kind of take this to the next level. How can people help? Tell me how they can help. Give it to me black and white. It's totally fine.
It's easy. Just share it. Share it, get it out there, get it further. I mean, if somebody who really
He's in the field.
is in the field, has enough money, would like to contribute to that,
In any way,
please
either a
do.
donation or a contribution in a way that would further the sharing of what we're trying to do, the connection, creating a community. Like Aiden's quite often said, he wants it to be more than an app. He wants it to be like a community, a group of people that are working on a goal, and the goal is to keep our oceans as they are meant to be, free of plastic and full of animals and life.
Right. And so are there things that you use when you're picking up trash that let's just say someone said, okay, I don't have the cash right now, but maybe I could donate recyclable bags, or I could donate you use something to pick up the trash, those big long, looks like a fork, like a big fork.
Little rubber things.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is there things that people can donate in that respect to help as well?
We have thought a lot about it, like that people who have a lot of money could get other people to donate an hour, and these people get paid to pick up the rubbish because a lot of us don't have time. But this takes everything to a completely different and even additional level which is for us for the moment not practicable. It would be great if we would have the resources and the finances to do that, like to organize it. That we in the Western world, where we probably rather go 1 hour to work and then spend the money to somebody else somewhere in the world to pick up rubbish, and they could do a couple of hours for that, would be much more useful.
Would also provide somebody a job.
Would provide somebody a job, would help the earth and things like this. But that's it would be reachable for a bigger organization than us, and would need much more resources and funds than what we have.
Yeah.
But the idea would be there. The idea would be great.
Yeah, the idea of making a donation of equipment that would be usable for helping to do a cleanup. At the moment, we are very small, and in Switzerland, if somebody is wanting to donate, what we want to do is have these donations. Maybe they can, using our app, they would be able to find local groups. Like, that's the problem we're finding, that people actually know how to connect to somewhere where they can make a contribution. So we want to get everyone out there, all the cleanup groups. We're going to need their support in using the app. We've also got some interest from some scientific research organizations who are also really interested in the app, not only as to what people are picking up and where, like what types of plastic, what types of litter, is it household or different categories. So that's in the app as well. And we're hoping to make it in the near future and upgraded, where you're able to make a very scientific report of what you find, but also that they are able then to see where there's action and where there's lots of litter being reported, but there's no action groups. There's nobody doing anything, and you'll be able to see that very clearly because there's an interactive map where pins are placed, where reported litter can be found, where cleanups are planned, where cleanups are happening, and where cleanups have taken place in the past. So at a quick glance, you will see in your local area of a certain state or a coastal area or inland, on rivers, wherever, you take a look at the map and you see at a glance where cleanups are happening. You know there's people active. Where is there nothing happening, and why is there nothing happening there? What do we need to do to support those communities? How can we make sure that the community is involved in looking after their own environment, activating groups there, supporting groups in the different areas? So we're hoping that the app is not only going to give individuals an opportunity to take part and do their bit, and like Aiden said to his school, everyone can help. You know, you little kids, don't think that you can't be part of it, because we do it, cleanups as a family, and it's actually, you know, it's a great thing to do. You're outside, you're doing something rewarding, you know, you're doing something that's useful, and it's a sport. So
yeah,
we want also that, you know, it's going to be a useful tool that government organizations, scientific organizations, research, and different avenues will be able to access something useful from it and obtain something from the app.
It could also be even a tool for communities. If you have a community which has a litter problem, where littering is a problem, it would make it much easier for a government to get the people or the police or whoever to report the litter. And once it is reported, it would be much easier to solve. You could fix your route for the people picking it up. You could see how much there is. You don't have to drive from A to C. You can drive from A to B and then to C. So that would be not a completely different use of this app, which could be great for governments too.
right? So it really is about, to me, what I'm hearing is that this app is going to be available, and all of us that want to and should try to do something should get this app. And in getting this app, we can form groups, we can form relationships with other people that are willing to take charge and have the same idea we do about our environment. And just sharing this so that the word gets out. I mean, that's really what it's about, because I know someone that I used to do an organization called Pay It Forward. And Pay It Forward is, if you know about Pay It Forward, then you know that you do something nice for someone and then they go out and do something nice for somebody else. So it just keeps going, right? And so we did that for a very long time. I did it in Denver, and one of the board members now has put out an app. And it is about paying it forward and doing kind things. And I'm telling you, it's taken a little while, probably about a year. But now things are starting to roll. And people are starting to be engaged in the fact that how important it is to be kind. And when we're kind, we want other people to know that there's kind people in the world, and that, so this app has really taken off. And I think it's really true, but it was shared. So really anybody that gets this app needs to share. And that would be my words completely, is share this app with everyone you know, especially in the United States. One part of the country, now this is an opinion, okay? One part of the country is very astute to having clean lakes and rivers, and they do everything they can to manage that and take care. And then there's another part that doesn't take care so much. They know what to do, but they don't really do it. So I just think that I am going to personally look at my connections and see who can help. And
that's great.
I want you to know, Aiden, that you have started this thing and you cannot stop.
No.
No, I think it's going to keep going now.
Yeah.
And I have some advice for the people who are watching this.
Please.
If you just see like any piece of plastic right when you're walking past it, just pick it up, and you just, and if you just pass the bin, just put it in.
So easy.
It's so easy. You just have to pick it up, put it to a bin. You just don't have to leave it, because that is worse than just putting it in the bin.
Yes.
Right. It's just every little action. I mean, there's billions of people on the world. If we all picked something up on the way, there would be less things flying about where they don't belong.
And it's, it's unfortunate that things have gotten out of hand like this, and money has ruled over taking care of the earth, and money has ruled over lots of things in our world. And it's unfortunate, because it always wasn't the right thing to do to make a plastic bottle, to make it easier for me. When I lived in Thailand, after living in the United States, it wasn't easy. But I was okay. I made it through.
People do need to look at the bigger picture. I think.
I always had a plastic bottle,
Yeah.
and I always bought the plastic bottle at the petrol station. And now I've just a couple of days ago I bought myself a metal bottle which I fill up.
Yeah.
In Switzerland, tap water is fantastic. I fill up in the morning and take it with me.
That's what I do. I have a metal container now that keeps my drink
This
cold, and I use it every day.
And this company, Philips, has developed a tap that actually makes sparkling water just out of your tap water. Like,
Wow.
That exists.
So we don't need it, sparkling water anymore
So
either.
you have to carry. You don't have to carry it, and you don't have to put it in plastic bottles before you drink it.
And you are such a world of information, Aiden. You are such a world of information. I mean, you can tell that you're very passionate about what you're doing and you engaged your family in doing it as well. And it's just, it's really nice to meet all of you. And please, please come back on. Just contact me and let's do it again. And let's do it again to remind people. Let's just remind people if we have to. And you are welcome, Aiden, when the app gets up and running. Go to my, What's Your Story Facebook page and just post something. Of course, I will have to see it, but I will put it on there just so people know that it's available and ready to go. And then I can also link the page or link whatever I need to link for people to be able to get the app. So don't drop it here with this interview. You have the opportunity. I mean, I will do everything I can with everyone I know because I believe in what you're doing and I believe that it's crucial to the generations that are coming after me. And I really believe in you guys are a powerhouse together. And you're so lucky to have your family just helping you and working with you and making this a project, a lifetime project, right?
Yeah, thanks for having us,
Yeah.
Kathy. It's been really great.
There's also one reason I also want to still save the ocean.
Yes,
Is
please.
because I really want that our future generation can see how beautiful the environment and that in the ocean is with all the beautiful animals I've seen, which is really special.
It totally is. And it's your story and it's a beautiful one. And I appreciate you coming on and telling it because you just never know who you inspire by telling this story. And let's hope that many people your age will look at this and say, wow, if he could do it, maybe we can help too. That's why I do this. That's why I do it, because I get the opportunity to be inspired by people like you. And I get the opportunity to, in my mind, go, Kathy, have you really been thinking about the plastic in the world today? And maybe I haven't so much until you come on and remind me. And thank you for that.
All right.
So
That's great.
I will post
Thanks.
all your information is on my website at www.kathybacon.com. If I have posted about your fan page, I posted about your app on there, your information. If there's more contact information that you want on there, just send it to me. I'll put it on there. Also, I have a YouTube channel, What's Your Story Radio, and I'll put our video on there. And hopefully, we can get some movement here.
We will be back when this is ready.
Oh, I know. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
So
Well, and Gideon says, I love it. And Gideon says, if you want to support Clean Ocean with a donation, you can go here. And that is HTTPS. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my website as well. chucked.org/project/Clean Ocean app. So I will put that on my website as well.
Yeah.
So Aiden, in our parting words, is there anything you'd like to say before we go, Aiden?
Save the ocean, and thank you very much for communicating with us.
It is my absolute pleasure and honor, Aiden, that you came on today, and it wouldn't have been the same without you. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but it just wouldn't have been.
All right, have a nice weekend and don't get anything in plastic bags.
Yeah.
Do not get anything in plastic bags. We're asking you for that.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.